So we are discussing that the process of the energy transfer, right? In the form of what? In the form of invisible waves. Invisible waves. And what do we call those waves? What do we call those waves? They are called infrared radiations. Is this clear?
Yes,
Okay. And do you believe that they can travel through a vacuum? Yes, they can, which can travel through a vacuum. Okay. So, what do you think if the sun radiates energy? So, how do we receive the thermal energy? They must be in the form of the infrared radiation. Okay. Right? So remember, like conduction and convection do not take place in vacuum. Why? Because they need a medium. Okay. But infrared radiation can travel through a vacuum, and that means it does not require a medium to travel, number one. And number two, I was discussing that how energy is received from the sun to the earth. So actually earth receives a lot of infrared radiation from the sun, okay, as a space in a vacuum, right? So again, thermal energy from the sun is actually transferred to the earth by thermal radiation only, okay,
okay.
right? So from the sun, oops, sorry. From the sun, thermal energy uh, is transferred to the earth by thermal radiation. Okay, by thermal radiation. Okay, is this fine now? Is this clear?
Yes,
Now, what do you think that is there any are there some factors that can affect the radiations? For example, if I have a small surface and I have a large surface, so which surface is going to emit the more thermal radiation or more
the
energy?
big surface.
The big one, right? So that means this means there are some factors that affect the thermal radiation, right? Okay.
Okay,
So let's unpack that what could be the factors that affect um the thermal radiations. Okay. So the factors affecting thermal radiation. Number one is surface temperature, right? Do you agree that the temperature of the surface of the or temperature of the body uh, affects the thermal radiation? If there's a
yes,
if For example, if I have two objects having the same surface area, right? This object is at 20 degrees Celsius and this object is at 80 degrees Celsius. So this is going to be radiate more energy, right?
yes,
Okay. Why? Because this has the greater temperature. So surface temperature is one of the property or the um, you know the factor. Another is the color of the object. Okay, color of the object. Number one. Sorry, number two. And how can we say the color? Because see, you must have studied that the black absorbs when how the black color is formed. How the black color is formed when all light, all colors are absorbed. ऐसे ही होता है. When all
Yes.
colors are absorbed, so the black is formed, right? Okay. And when all colors are reflected, so white color is formed, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So that means the black or a dull is a better absorber. And I have told you this thing, the one which can absorb, the one which can absorb can emit as well. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, so that means, can I write that the black or dull is a better conductor? Oh, sorry, better absorber. If I'm saying it is a better absorber, so I can say that it can be what? And better emitter, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Do you agree or not? Tell me.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, and what do you think about the white? The white is going to
A bet
bad absorber, right?
better absorber.
Better absorber. How can we say? I have just told you that white color is formed when all colors are reflected. Okay,
Okay.
right? So white is going to be the bad absorber. Okay, and a good reflector, and a good reflector. Is this
Reflector.
clear?
Yes.
Okay. So in the region where the temperature is high, in the region where the temperature is normally high, so what do we have to wear? The black color or the white color?
Black.
Why? The temperature is already high.
Uh, In a like, but the temperature is already high, we would wear white.
White. So the thermal energy should not be absorbed. Okay.
Yes.
The third one is going to be the texture. Texture. Okay. Where, for example, the 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 shiny, okay, silver, okay, smooth surface are better reflectors. Okay, right? Whereas, whereas rough surfaces are good absorber. Right? Hello, any question? Do you have any
No.
question right now? Okay. So the fourth factor could be surface. Okay. Do you believe that size of the object? Yeah. Do you think surface area also matters? I have just told you about this.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
So surface area. Okay. So that means the greater the surface area, greater the surface area, greater would be what? Greater would be thermal radiations. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. So we have covered these all things in today's class. Okay. Uh, that the transfer of thermal energy can take place in three ways: conduction, convection, and radiation. Conduction effectively takes place in solids. Solid could be a conductor or insulator. In conductors, it is fast process, and in insulator, it is slow process. And what is the reason behind that? I have already told you in the previous lessons. And convection takes place in fluids like liquid or gas when we heat. So what happens? The liquid or the fluid expands. When it gets expanded, so what happens? The spaces between the particles increases. As the spaces between the particles increases, the volume increases. As the volume increases, density decreases. As density decreases, what happens? That the less dense particles, they rise and they displace the cold particles, so the cold particles start sinking, right? And this is how the convection current is formed. Okay, then we started off with the radiations. Okay, we came across the infrared thermometer that measures the temperature of the surface, okay, using the infrared radiation, okay, the surface emits. And we know that all objects absorb and emit infrared radiation, which is an invisible radiation that carries thermal energy. Okay. And thermal radiation is actually what? The process of energy transfer in the form of invisible waves, right? Called infrared radiation, right? So I hope that you have um, this topic clear, right? Hello, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So any question related to these all things? And we also discussed the factors, right? Surface temperature, if the body has a greater temperature, okay. So there will be more thermal radiations, okay. And the color, we have discussed that the black or a dull is a better absorber, better emitter, and the white or bright color is going to be what? Absorb a bad absorber or a good reflector, right? We
Okay.
have talked about the texture and we have also discussed the surface area. Okay, so I'm going to end the class till here. In the next class, we're gonna start the heating curve and cooling curve. Okay, तो किस तरह
Okay.
आपके कर्व्स जो हैं वो हम जो है टाइम के लिहाज से किस तरह टेम्परेचर कम हो रहा होता है और टेम्परेचर बढ़ रहा होता है. एंड वी विल आल्सो हैव द इन्वेस्टिगेशन जिसके अंदर हम ये देखेंगे कि हमें इफ वी आर गिवन विद टू the scenario that how we are going to describe that a black is a better or a good absorber, okay, and white is a good reflector or bad absorber, okay. So
Okay.
we will have discussion around that, okay, in the next class. Okay, so stay blessed. Okay, Allah Hafiz, Assalamu alaikum.
No.